Well, hi, everybody, and welcome to, this is a Legends Radio production. Let me introduce the people that you see. I'm Bill Jones. I do a show just 1 hour a week from 1 to 2 on Wednesday afternoon, kind of taking a bite out of Julie DeHarty's 5 hour shift
It's 4.
on Wednesday afternoon.
I
As you
think.
see in the top, that is Julie DeHarty, our afternoon DJ.
Hello, everyone.
What?
Thanks for joining us.
I didn't hear you, Julie.
I said, hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
And in the bottom, well, we're a little bit off to a stellar start. And of course, our morning DJ in the dark in the Batcave there is Tron Simpson.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome. Right. So, how you guys doing?
Good, Bill. How you doing? How you doing, Julie?
I'm good. Are y'all good?
Pretty good.
It's wonderful. It's still summertime in the Rockies.
It's true.
Well, you guys, have you both? Did you guys both start at Legends Radio at the same time?
No.
I want to say it was 2021. Is that correct or not?
I don't even remember what I had for breakfast. I was on it when it was like pop hits, or it was called like pop classics. And then they changed it to Legends. So I've been on here for like 10 years, because they did send me something in the mail saying thanks for 10 years. So it's over 10 years.
I'm a 2016 guy with this format. And, we just kind of, so it's almost been, it's 9 years now. That's crazy. It's went by so fast. And it's just turned into the best radio station that plays music in the entire galaxy. I like to say that because it's true. It's surprise radio. This is what's so much fun about it. The catalog we have is the largest you can possibly find.
And you know what's really awesome about it being a smaller station is that we add music all the time. Not like the big stations, you just hear the same 4 songs over and over and over again. So if we don't like something, we say we don't like it. If we like something, give me more. It changes.
Well, the reason why I asked that question to lead off with was I think Legends Radio, and we do oldies radio now. Didn't it come on in the year 2020? Wasn't there a format change? Because I came on in 2021.
Yeah, so it was like pop classics.
2020.
Yeah, it was like pop classics, and then it changed to Legends.
Right.
Okay, so you guys predate the format that we have now.
We do, but half the library was in there, and then we decided there's so much more we can be doing. And when you say the word legend, that encompasses so many decades, so many artists, and that just it's almost a mixtape for everybody. It's carte blanche radio. You get to play what everybody loves. If there's a song on that you don't know or you're not a big fan of, the next song is going to be one that you do know that you're a big fan of. It's just amazing, and I've always said simplicity is brilliance, and brilliance is simplicity. That's what we do here. We have fun, and so everybody else has fun. If you're on stage doing something, if you're juggling, if you're doing a magic show, if you're rocking out in the band, if you're having fun, the audience is going to have fun. I just believe that's true.
Well, let's find out. We've done this before. It's a rehash, but let's find out where you guys started in your radio career. Let's start off with ladies first. How about Julie?
I'm actually from Nebraska. So I started in Sioux City, Iowa at 98 Rock, working weekends, and I went to Wayne State College in Wayne. And of course I worked on the station there at the college. And I moved to Amarillo in like 1983. My mind is going. and I worked on KPUR, which is an AM station there. And I did the 7 to midnight show there and worked my way toward Dallas and, just still going. I-O, it's off to work I go.
And you love it.
Yes.
You trying?
Oh, yeah. So radio, I got into radio in 1989 or so. And I had a band, and I thought, well, it'd be fun to be in radio too. Shamelessly promote both, and that's what I did. I was in country radio to start with, because that's where the job was, and then they switched over overnight one Saturday night, and guess who was the overnight guy to switch from country to business radio? That was me.
Oh, no.
So it was every second, every tick mattered, as you know, Julie.
Yeah.
And so we, but that was fun. I've done all formats except for opera, I think. Lots of talk. I've been in Florida. I've been in New York. And in Colorado, but I'm based in Colorado, and all the shows I've done, they come out of Colorado. Technology is amazing, and so it's something I love doing. I will continue to do it. I can't see myself retiring unless my voice goes out completely,
Right.
or my eyes go out and I can't see the song.
Exactly. Why would
So-
you retire from radio? I mean, it's not like you're running a jackhammer or anything. It's not like you're looking forward. You're still alive if you're still doing radio, right?
Precisely. And you're having fun doing it. And there's always something to say and something to do and fun to have. That's the thing. And you know what's never going to happen? AI is never going to replace local radio hosts. It's not going to happen because AI, first of all, it's just not great right now. You see the pictures. Some guy's got 9 fingers, and it's just crazy. Well, I'm sure their voices won't be perfect either, and you can't do the weather together with the traffic and this and that. And people like real human beings as personalities. So we're going to need doctors, lawyers, and DJs. That's it.
Well, when I went to Wayne College, I had no idea. I walked into the admissions office and I said, I would like to sign up, please. And they go, well, what's your minor? What's your major? I said, what's that? So they gave me the great big huge book, and I went and sat in the lobby and I thumbed through all the pages and I went, that radio TV thing, that looks fun. I'll do that.
Right. And I bet you had the same experience, Julie, in that some of those classes, everybody thought, oh, this is just going to be a cinch. Oh, no. It was very technical. It was very serious. And then we weeded out a lot of students in the school that I went to for broadcasting. People they're like, I can't do this. This is crazy. You got to juggle things, so many things. And, we had 100 students to start. We were down to 30 when it was all said and done. Yeah.
Wow.
I happened to go to the KISS Broadcasting Workshop on Hollywood Boulevard.
Right.
KISS is a radio station in LA, and I flunked out. I had graduated from college with a degree in journalism. I flunked out of broadcasting school because they had a final project we had to do, and I got something out of Penthouse magazine. Okay, but it was a pictorial, but there was a story that went along with it. It was about a king and how his queen cheated on him with a younger man, and it went on and on. It got a little bit involved, but I was going to do this great video. Okay, fine. And turned out the actress, the person I chose to be the queen, she was terrible. She had a line, "Alas, my love." It was like, "Alas, my love." So I couldn't do it. I flunked, and well, I got into radio anyway. So anyway, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I want to mention this about AI real quickly. I want to know more about you guys, but AI, I just did a thing last week where I had the voice of Don Knotts. I'm talking to the voice of Don Knotts on the radio, and
that's wild.
It sounded pretty much so like Don Knotts. So I think AI can be pretty cool, but that's a different subject. I'm sorry.
That is. I mean, they definitely can do stars. They do the deep fakes and so forth and so on. But when it comes to the people who live in your community, I think that would be a more difficult thing. But you're right. They've got that down. It's incredible. They can do these phone calls. You can have answering machines. You can do, hey, it's Rocky, leave a message at the sound of the door, and I'll come over there and beat your head in. I mean, so they can do all that, and but it's incredible. But they're not going to replace us, my friends.
Well, they're also using that to scam people because my boyfriend's parents got a call from his cousin and saying he was in jail and they wanted money, and they sent him to get gift cards, and they went down there and were buying a stack of gift cards, and it was his voice on there, but they had used his voice with AI and called their house. And luckily the lady, I think it was I don't know where they were buying the gift cards, but she said, "Sir, I think that this is a scam." And so he called his son, and his son was like, "Yes, Dad, that's a scam." So now he had thousands of dollars of gift cards that they couldn't take back, but still, at least they still had them.
There's a downside. You can also have Donald Trump saying anything you want him to say.
Right.
Biden saying anything, so that can be very dangerous. But that's scary. That's the ugly side.
That is true. Yeah, so we got that to deal with, and all these other scammers to boot. Oh my goodness.
let me ask Julie, because I know that you worked in Washington D.C. Speaking of Biden and Trump, it wasn't political. You were in radio on in Washington D.C. and you told me about the best, the most fun promotion I've ever heard of, but you tell the story.
You're talking about Baltimore. We were in Baltimore.
Right, Baltimore, D.C.
Okay, it's 35 miles away. It's still a different place. But anyway, we had Les Nessman come at Thanksgiving, before Thanksgiving, from WKRP. And you know the whole big scene where they threw the turkeys and they're falling like wet bags of cement. And as God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly. Well, so we would have him come and we put him in a helicopter and he threw like gift cards out of the helicopter for a free turkey. And so we just made it. Yeah. So he kind of redid the whole thing over the air, but instead of throwing the turkeys, we threw gift cards.
That is really the best radio promotion I've ever heard of. It really is.
It was fun.
Cool. They need to do that every market.
Yeah, I had a picture of him, an autographed picture, and he always had a Band-Aid somewhere, and it was on his finger, and he was holding it off his finger with the Band-Aid on it.
It was either on his finger or on between his glasses, right?
Yes. Richard Sanders is his name.
Yes, I was just going to ask. What is his name? Got it.
That could be a trivia question later on. Okay. Quickly, can you tell me also, because you've been in not one, but two aviation accidents.
Yeah. In Baltimore, that was the first one. I flew in a plane when I reported traffic there. And, it's never a good thing when the engine seizes and your pilot's yelling, we're a glider. And we went down in Baltimore and we flew underneath an overpass with no engine. We came down, there was a car in the right-hand lane. He saw us in his side mirror, so he put on his high beams. We flew underneath the overpass and set it down on the road and then pulled over into the median. And there we were. But yes, it was pretty exciting for a while. Yeah. And then in Dallas, I was in a helicopter and the helicopter compressor blew out and took out the engine. And a lot of alarms go off in helicopters when that happens. And you're going down. You have forward motion, but we were going down. And the closer the ground came, the faster it came. And when we hit, it was so violent, I could actually see the air shaking and everything flew up in the air, including me. I had my seatbelt on. Always wear your seatbelt when you're flying in a plane because I hit my head on the ceiling, even with my seatbelt on, and it crushed my C6. And so I had a broken neck and I have a plate with 6 screws holding my head up.
Oh, that's it. I mean, that's like getting struck by lightning. It really is. Well, and twice.
And when I fly commercially and people sit next to you. I'm sorry, go ahead, Bill.
Don't tell those stories.
Okay.
Don't tell those
I'll just keep going. I can't stop. Okay.
When does your flight leave?
Well, people always sit next to me and they're like,
Tron,
why did you say
first
that
of all,
before?
Tron.
Say again, Bill. I'm sorry.
Tron, that is your real name. Tell me about that, and also tell me a bit about your band. You're not just a DJ. You're I'm a player. I was a player before I was in radio, and it's just I've been doing this for about 35 years in a band. It's called Tron the Band. We play all over Southern Colorado and sometimes Northern Colorado. We've opened for a bunch of wonderful musicians: Foghat, Robbie Krieger, Cinderella, Sheryl Crow. She was a weird one, but she was fine. But we had such a great time on stage, and we still do. And what happened was, Bill and Julie and everybody else, is after the COVID thing, everything shut down. It was like everybody been practicing in their basements, and it was like, well, we should do something. We should throw together our band. We haven't played in 10 years. Let's do this. And all of a sudden, we started getting calls when we were back on the circuit, and we have been doing it for 3 years. We do our own stuff. We do outlaw country. We do classic rock. We do a third of the songs on this playlist, and it's just wonderful. So if I forget some lines, I just listen to the song on Legends Radio. But it's great. I love it. I'm the lead singer and I'm the rhythm guitar player, some leads. But it's great. You just it keeps you young. I can tell you that, guys. It keeps you young, and it keeps you. Now I'm able to stay up with my granddaughters because they're fast. These little monsters are fast. So
Grandpa's got to stay in shape to chase those little things down.
Are they still with you? I know they were with you about a month or so ago.
Yeah, well, they're moving back to Colorado.
Are they still living?
Well, they're here, and they're not living here, but they're staying here while Mom and Dad get their house squared away. And so Grandma and I, we take care of those kids, and we just remember our parenting and how it was back then. And I remembered it, man. Like I know how to do this stuff. I don't have to change diapers or do bottles anymore, but for a while there, when they were younger, I was a diaper changing, bottle making son of a gun grandpa. You know, some things, it's like riding a bike, and it's out of necessity. So, you know, I'm a Renaissance man. That's what it is.
There you go. I only changed one diaper of my grandchildren, and I did it wrong.
We hear you talking all the time about it.
I'm sorry, Julie. Come with us.
Oh, that's all right. I said I only changed one diaper of my grandsons, and I did it wrong, and so I never had to do it again.
That's how you got out of it. Uh-huh. Why didn't I think of that?
Yeah.
Did you do it wrong on purpose?
No, I didn't realize I didn't clean him off properly.
Okay, guilty as charged there a couple times. It's not easy.
No. So there was a little more to it.
Subject, right? How did I lead this
crashes and poop? Real briefly, you have your big hobby is gardening. Is that right?
Me?
Yeah, I think so. I hear you talking about it on the radio all the time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, that's the thing. Every year we have a garden. This year, some hail took most of it out, but it's coming back. Well, yeah, it's coming back. It's great. Fresh tomatoes. We'll can tomatoes, peppers, the whole thing. You know, but it is honestly, it's more expensive and more time consuming to have a garden than it is just to go to the store and buy some dadgum old tomatoes and make your own salsa. But it's more therapeutic, really. And but it's fun to go up there and hang out. And sometimes you get the hail, sometimes you don't. But gardening's a big deal. It's fun. And when my daughter's around, when she's in town, she loves to do it. So I just give it to her and let her take care of it.
And Julie, tell us about your hobbies or something we don't know that we'd be surprised to hear about Julie DeHarty, the afternoon DJ on Legends 95.3 FM and 810 AM.
I used to drive a Heritage Softail Harley Davidson, but I sold her. I sold her because I have a broken neck already, and it's just really dangerous. And I got into a car wreck where somebody rear-ended me, and I thought if I was on my motorcycle, that would have been bad news. And so it got to the point where she was just sitting in the garage, and I thought that baby needs to sail. So I ended up selling her and getting rid of her probably about seven years ago. But she was beautiful. She was my cherry pie. She was big red, Heritage Softail, and she had white wall tires, and I loved riding it, but it was just dangerous.
Travis,
go ahead.
I haven't introduced Travis and Tanner. Tanner is my producer. Travis is the director on the show today, and they're really the people behind the scenes who we really have to thank them because they're doing a good job so far. And Tanner always does a good job. Travis, I don't work directly with him all the time, but thank you, Travis and Tanner. I was going to say, Travis just said, just want to know, how many accidents have you been in, Julie?
Sometimes I fall out of my chair, so I'm just really not good at even walking.
Hey, it happens. Now it's just
I know.
We gotta watch our P's and Q's, and we gotta keep our glasses on our faces, and we can't lose our glasses. How many times those who wear glasses, they're on your face, you're looking for your glasses. Where are my glasses? And you feel them.
Right.
Now, I've got a funny story. My mother, who's 81, she will be talking to a friend of hers or talking to me, and she's like, she goes, just a minute, I'm looking for my phone. I go, Mom,
you're on it.
Your phone. And she just shuts up. I can't believe this. Getting old sucks.
Yeah. I've tried to open up the elevator with my key fob.
Well, hey, here you go.
I'm sorry.
Have either one of you been stuck in an elevator? I've been stuck in an elevator twice.
No.
Happened about the period of 1 year at two different. I changed jobs. I got stuck in an elevator at the last job. I got stuck in an elevator the first year of my next job, and it's not a fun thing. It's not.
They made a horror movie out of that very same predicament, and no, it's not fun, especially if there's ghosts on board with you. Apparently, so you don't want that. But you mentioned elevators. My grandfather had a building when I was a teenager, and it had an old style cage elevator. You know, there's a lady or a guy, an elderly person that take which floor you want to go on, and it's a handle thing, kind of like in Star Trek. If you guys are into Star Trek at all, the same kind of lift thing, that pull deal. Well, it was on a cable, and for a while there, I lived in that building because one of the floors was vacated. And I was working downtown, and I asked my grandfather, "Hey, can I pay rent?" He said, "Sure." And you got a shower and everything. And it's a huge room, and we got the elevator. Well, my friends and I, of course, dumb as we were, we went to the 6th floor at the top of it, and we slid down the cable on the elevator several times. Now, nobody got hurt, but the thing is, what we didn't realize until we were done with it all, you realize that a sliver of that metal could have gone right into your hand, and
Oh
you
my.
go and fall into your death. So, and stupid teenage stories. That's enough, I think, for one day.
Well, the first time I got stuck in an elevator was, KOA, another radio station here in Denver.
Yeah.
And I was working until 2:00 in the morning. So I was in there for 2 hours before the next guy came in. But the thing was, I was much younger. That was 20 years ago. And I decided, well, I watched The Man from U.N.C.L.E. and I watched James Bond. I'm going to see if I can get out the top of the elevator, kind of like what you're talking about. And I opened it up and I go, well, yeah, I can. So I got on the railing for your hands inside the elevator with my feet. And I reached up inside, and there were a couple of, there were things. It was dark, but I saw sparks.
Oh, man.
Sparks. And it said, don't touch anything else. I just sat in that elevator for the full 2 hours. And finally, it's not a
Good choice.
Yeah. So we've had diaper changing stories, elevators stuck in stories, plane crashes. My goodness, we're covering the gamut here. Do you know how much show prep we've just discovered for our
I should say that people who are listening in, if you want to ask questions, I'm not sure. It was supposed to be that they could maybe be put up on screen and ask questions. Maybe not. Maybe you can only ask them.
This is our first run through.
We can pass it along. But if you want to ask a question, I'm sure we can do it one of those two ways. So feel free to ask any questions of Julie or Tron or me that you want to. So yeah, a lot of. We're kind of a group of stumble bums, I guess.
We find ourselves in some situations but the people that we meet each day that we don't know very well have probably found themselves in some interesting situations too. And that's what I love about, let me just do a promo here for our phone app, the Legends 95 free phone app. People can message us anytime. They can message Bill, Julie, Tron, or anybody, and with fun stories like this. So if something comes up, we would love to hear them, you guys. Send them to us on the Legends 95 free phone app. It's free. Just download it. Takes you 30 seconds. Takes me 40 seconds because I'm Tron. But
I love stories. I love great stories.
Me too.
You touched on this a little bit earlier, Tron, and Julie, this is you too, whoever wants to go first. But I've been in radio a long time and known a lot of DJs. I've only been a DJ part-time for the past couple of years. But everybody is different in the way they prepare. I've seen people, I'm kind of one of these guys, I only do 1 hour a week, so I can really prepare and I can almost write everything down, although I ad-lib around that. Sure. But everybody has a unique way of preparing. I know, Julie, I was going to mention, you also have it's not truth or dare, it's did I do this or didn't I do it? What's that called?
Liar, liar. That's where I tell you a story I tell you a story about myself and you have to decide if I'm telling you the truth or if I'm a liar. And, I just, usually they're truths because I have so many stories.
From what we're learning tonight, we understand that you are seldomly pulling our leg.
I know, this is a true story.
Why would you? You've got so many stories.
So I've come to think, listening to you, that if you're in doubt, and they're pretty questionable, all of them, but I'm thinking, she probably did this. I wonder if a lot of other people are like that. Yeah, from what I know about Julie, yep, she probably did that.
One of my favorites is when I was at a restaurant and I was in the ladies' room and I was washing my hands, but there was no paper towels. And the lady standing next to me had a shirt with long tails on it. She goes, "Oh, that's when I do this." And she wiped her hands off on her shirt. So I leaned over and I wiped my hands on the tail of her shirt. And she died laughing. And so then when she left the restaurant, she came over and handed me some paper towels and said, "I have to leave now."
Oh, my.
Oh,
That's a
good
true
Lord.
story.
It is a true story.
You know, I just saw Jamie. Jamie sent a message in, one of our listeners.
Oh.
And they said, Jamie says, if you didn't have the opportunity to do radio like you do, what do you think you'd be doing otherwise? What else are you passionate about? I'll throw it to you, Julie. Then how about Bill?
When I was younger, I wanted to be a teacher. But the older I got, I thought those kids are way smarter than me. I could never do that. Never. So I wanted to be a teacher, but didn't go down that path.
Bill?
I'm lucky. I worked at Safeway, put myself through college. God, I didn't want to. You both saw Saturday Night Fever, right?
Yeah.
Where the old man says to John Travolta, hey, kid, you stick around with me for 20, 30 years, you can do this too. There was a guy at Safeway who was like, hey, Bill, you stick around with me and you can have my job. And I'm thinking, oh, my God, that's the last thing I want. I wanted to be a baseball player, but I wasn't any good. So
that helps.
I got stuck in radio. How about you?
I never had any real great pull to do anything until I found music and radio was, I didn't know I really loved it, but I was fascinated by it because the local station, I didn't realize, now guys, I'm from Kansas originally, so we didn't have Sears and we didn't have, until I was 6 years old, you know, the most fun we had was with a stick and some dirt. I mean, that was it. We're in Kansas. And so I didn't know how radio worked. And so I'm 7 years old. I thought the bands were at the station. My dad said, would you like to go and tour the station? Boy, would I. So we go down there. There's a bunch of hippies and with a bunch of records. And it's hot and it's summer. And then there's a guy, I swear, who could have been Les Nessman. And he was doing the news. His name was Hal Tatel. That was his name. Hal Tatel. And very, very pronounced voice and very recognizable. But I thought that was kind of cool. And so my friends and I, we would call the radio station, you know, it's mid 70s. Boogie Fever was one of our favorites. And here's the dumb thing we would do. Hi, my name is Tron. Would you play Boogie Fever so I can tape it? Well,
yeah.
No, why would you listen to the station, you dumb kid?
And then you're calling back because they don't play it.
Right. Exactly. You know, but radio was pretty much, it was going to be my gig and playing in a band and so forth. But, you know, just real incidentally, you remember Beretta's theme, right? Sammy Davis Jr. sang that. Those of you who didn't know that, he sang the original Beretta's theme from the Beretta TV show.
Oh,
but back in the 70s, they didn't release that. All they had was Rhythm Heritage version of Beretta and Rhythm Heritage version of SWAT, but they sold them as 45s. But I even knew as a 7-year-old kid that was not the right song. And I spent another 20 years trying to figure it out. Well, I was at a radio station and somebody brought it in. Hey, why don't you play this? This is the real Beretta's theme. And I was overjoyed. It was Sammy Davis Jr. And I did not know that until about 1997. So wow. Still learning.
Well, radio is a lot of fun. What about people that you've interviewed? I know you interviewed a bunch, and I imagine maybe you have too. Any names that kind of pop up that we would recognize?
Take it, Julie.
Oh my gosh. Well, usually because I was usually a traffic reporter, I wasn't the main interviewer, so I don't have them stacked up like Tron does. But I mean, gosh, we've talked with Cher when Kelly Clarkson won American Idol, 19 years old. Here she came with her mommy.
Oh, that's awesome.
Just adorable. And yeah, Cher and oh my gosh, probably one of my favorites was Julie. Yeah.
Sorry.
Not him. I did not get to meet Bobby Sherman. I'm not going to think of his name now. It is a big one too.
You will when Tron starts telling us about
it. And then I'll just yell it out.
Yell it out. I'm still trying to think. I don't know. It's a lot of people. I've done musicians, actors, politicals, authors, movie stars, and there are favorites, and there are people that were kind of boring. You know, I'll tell you one. William Shatner, Frankie Avalon, my goodness, Suzanne Summers. A lot of these people aren't with us anymore, and I save the interviews. That's the thing. We save our interviews, don't we? Whether on cassette or whatever, I need to digitize that. But I remember one that I just knew I needed to record ahead of time. I couldn't do live, and it was Hunter S. Thompson. That one was something I had to record because I spent about an hour and a half editing that interview because he was so, let's say, colorful with his language. And some of the things, you know, I was trying to stay with him, but he was out there and talking about stuff. He had a new book out, and so I'd bring him back to the fold there to talk about his book. But he was an interesting interview, and I'm so glad I didn't take him live because I wouldn't be in radio anymore.
Right.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it's just fun. I like doing it. Betty White was great. She was my radio.
Aw.
Betty White, I call her anytime. If her assistant wasn't at her house yet, she'd answer the phone. Betty, I heard this thing about, she loved animals. I heard this thing about this, this big, dogathon or catathon or something. I know it's in your parts and they're coming out here. I wonder if you want to talk about that. She goes, well, yes, I would, dear. But can I just put you on hold? I got to let Joey out. Just a minute. So she'd walk over, open the door. It's like talking to grandma.
It's a fun business.
She's such a class act. But yeah, the interviews are great. They can be real fun. The best ones are ones that when you have to break the ice. Like Larry the Cable Guy. He talks like this, and every time he gets on the air and he's doing some sort of show or whatnot and so forth. Well, I wanted him to come out of character. I wanted to see if I could bring him into talking to, like a regular guy. And I did. And he didn't know it. He wasn't really paying attention. I'm like, well, Larry, tell me about your flight schedule. Because I know, it's hard to make, let me tell you something, those American, and you got to jump on United. And I go, well, what about the food? Well, Tron, the food's really bad too. Nowadays, you have to pay for it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's a totally different guy. Am I talking to Larry the Cable Guy? And then I said, you're talking in your regular voice now. He's like, I am. Oh, roll with it, brother. This is what people want to hear. So those kind of things. There's those aha moments throughout our careers,
I
Julie,
used to wait. I'm sorry.
Did
Go
you
ahead,
think,
Bill.
Did it pop in?
I know.
The name? No, didn't.
I feel really stupid. I left my heart in San Francisco. Who
Tony
did
Bennett.
it? Tony Bennett. Yes.
Tony
Yes.
Bennett, yeah.
He was awesome. I was just going to say, I used to wait on Mickey Mantle
Oh, that's
when
awesome.
I waited tables. I used to wait on Mickey Mantle all the time. He would come in with his son, Danny.
You didn't
And
know how to spell his last name, but at least you waited
Well,
on him. Okay.
I realized it was wrong afterwards, but who cares? You're one of those people that correct people. You're one. I knew you were, Bill.
He's a stickler.
I'm an ex-newsman.
Yeah.
What do you want?
Oh, yeah.
But
Proofreading.
the one thing about Mickey that was hilarious is that of course that was back in the days where he could drink alcohol, and when he was about to leave, he always did a shot of cream de mint. I don't know if he thought it was mouthwash or what, but he always took a shot of cream de mint before he left.
I like that too, by the way. My dad
Was that
had a signed
Was
glove.
that in Baltimore, though? Where
That
was
was
that?
in Dallas.
Mm.
In Dallas.
Oh, he came down there, I bet, to
He was
visit
there.
Billy, the manager, Billy Martin. Billy Martin lived in Texas for a while. I'm just guessing. I don't know. But I'm
I don't know.
sorry.
They have a few teams.
Well, back when he played, there were no. Well, they didn't play the Astros back then. So anyway,
Well, he wasn't playing
I
then. He
interrupted
was
you. I'm sorry.
he was done playing by then.
Yes.
Okay. I can tell you real quickly. I was a newsman, so I interviewed a bunch of people. The very first interview I ever did was Don Knotts. I was 16 years old and in high school, and that's really why we had his voice, his AI voice, because we couldn't get him. He was busy. We couldn't get him last week. But I did interview Don Knotts and a bunch of different people. Just a lot of fun stuff. A lot of politicians, which are really pretty boring interviews. I did interview Gabe Kaplan. And who's the guy with the watermelons? Smashed up
Gallagher.
Yeah.
Loved him in the 80s. Oh, my gosh. He was
He
great.
came into a radio station, did a live show as a news guy, and I opened the door to let him in. He was in a bad mood, didn't talk, he was just a terrible guy until he got on the air, and he was brilliant on the air. Microphones went off. He didn't
Boisterous
talk.
and beloved, yes.
So
That's great.
So I don't know. Do we have any other questions? I did want to ask you about how you prepare. We asked Julie about Liar Liar, and how do you prepare for your show?
Well, for this particular format, yeah. Well, this
for 5 hours a day, right?
Yeah, it's I like to find things that are strange or bizarre. I like to do fun math questions. I hate math, but there I am pulling some strange math question out of nowhere. As far as when I do talk radio, that's a whole different animal. But this is more fun because you can take anything, and it's just something that grabs you, And I like the impulse of it. I like what's going on today. Is there something that caught my eye the night before or in the morning? And I just, I have little places I go on the internet, and I find some fun stuff there. And of course, strange experiences that I have, I like to share those, family and otherwise. And so it's just kind of like whatever the impulse is, really. Since I don't have guests every day like I do in talk radio, I can pretty much, call the shots and decide what sounds fun. If it's fun to me, like I said earlier, if it's fun to me, I hope it's fun for the listeners too. But I do like stories of people that play on our station. That is some of the singers, the guitar players. Did you know that Eric Clapton is so and so's cousin? Well, I didn't know that until today. So when I find something out like that, I like to share it. But it's pretty much a day-to-day thing. There's no strict planning in this particular format, which makes it even more fun and colorful.
And what about I love your not your trivia questions, but your end of the
My brain
show.
twister.
A brain teaser. Where do you don't want to tell us where you get those, because everybody will go to the same site and have all the answers. But I would really like, off the air, maybe you can tell me where you get those, because some of those are just fantastic.
I just Google it. I just Google it. I'm not brilliant.
What else? You can Bing it, Google it. You can do all those things. That's right. Why not?
I mean, I use whatever technology I got in front of me.
Oh, we should do a promo here. You can find them at legends953.com.
Oh, yeah. So if you happen to miss them, you can go to our Facebook page. They put them up there, and then we also have legends953.com/twisters.
That's right. Those are tough. Some of those are tough. And the thing is, be on the honor system. Don't look them up. See how long you can take to find that answer. And some of because I am not the best trivia player, and we're going to find that out in a moment. But it's fun. Those games are fun, and you know what your strong suits are.
Let me ask you a couple more questions here. And again, if you are joining us and you have a question for him, you can. I guess you have to type it in. You can't come on the air. But what was I going to ask you? What about this statistic? According to Inside Radio, between the year 2007 and 2017, the biggest loser in sheer numbers of radio formats in America was oldies, the oldies format. That's like Legends Radio.
Right.
416 radio stations have disappeared during those 10 years. Who knows how many since then? Mm-hmm. But on a brighter note, during that same time period between 2007 and 2017, the biggest gainer in radio station formats is classic radio or classic hits. Tells me that one thing you can draw from that is, well, just change it from oldies to classic hits, and we'll be one of the
contenders.
Yeah, that's right. But
that's right.
What do you think? What do you think? What does that say about oldies radio? Oldies radio, I think, is still. Damn it! I think it's pretty. There's still a lot of old people like me.
Yes. Well, hey, we're all 55 and older. I'm 58 years old. I'm a grandpa. I know what I like, and the new music out there is not. It's not so palatable to me. It's not even music. Most of it's pre-programmed electronic trash, and I like the stuff that actually has talented musicians singing it, playing it, that kind of thing. And a lot of people, even young people, Bill and Julie and everybody else, even young people are agreeing with that. They want to hear the music that was actually performed by real people, not just some sort of IC circuit. And I think, and also you said it, Bill, rebranding is an important thing. We're legends. And again, that gives us a lot of leeway as to who we get to play. 1 minute you're hearing Sammy Davis Jr., the next minute they're the Eagles, and then the Beatles, right, and then Roberta Flack, and then Donna Summer, and then Wilson Pickett. It just goes on and on. That's why I love calling it surprise radio. But it's we do things that are very bold here at Legends Radio. Julie, you mentioned it. They're very, the giant poll-driven corporate radios. They're scared to death to do something like this. I did work for a company like that, and I said, why don't we do this? Oh no, the corporate won't let. No way, no, because you have to play. And it's just like,
we have to go to legal.
Why are you shooting off one toe at a time to shoot your foot off? This is silly. People, even at remotes, we'd be there. Why do you guys always play that same song at 11:30? I said,
right.
Oh no, I don't have an answer. Here's corporate's number. Call Kat.
That's right.
But yeah, it's on an upswing. I mean, you could make the joke. Well, where did we have to go but up? And but we have gone up, and that's true.
And that's good. We love that.
It is. It's fun. It's exciting. It's actually novel now compared to all the other stuff. And here's another thing about our station: we don't play 12 minutes of commercials in a row. We have great advertisers, and they're selective advertisers, and they're wonderful people, and we give them the time of day between the songs. We don't sit there and take your time of day for 12 minutes and punch in so many whatever commercials, all these different products, and you don't remember any of them because they're just slapped together. It's all about the money with some people. Well, we're about the entertainment, and the money comes when you are giving out a good product. It's just so simple.
What do you think about the future? I have no idea where radio is going to be in 10 or 20 years. I mean, Julie, do you have any thoughts on that?
You know what? I think that radio is going to continue to go and be strong, because when satellite radio and everything came on, people argue with me and go, oh, torrential radio is dead. Nobody listens. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Like 98% of people they don't pay money to listen to the radio. They get their radio in their car, just like we always did.
Right. 100% agree. 100% agree. It's not
our age group, don't younger people are paying for, subscription type radio. I think.
I don't know any younger people. I don't know.
Yeah, those young people are also paying $7 for a latte. What are you doing?
Yes, not very smart. Listen, I asked one of my grandsons is 7, and I said, "What kind of music do you like, Christian? Do you like rap? No. Do you like country? No." I go, "What kind of music do you like?" "I like the Mickey Mouse Club." I'm like, okay.
And that's from the 50s, man. Retro is cool.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think radio will continue. Especially, you got to have AM radio. I mean, look at all the disasters we've had, and internet's gone out, and the only thing they could get their information from is AM radio. So we got to have it.
That's exactly.
Yeah. I lost my power about a week ago. You know how hot it is now, so that was a miserable time. But I don't mind losing my power for an hour or 2 hours. I lost my power for almost 24 hours, which has never happened before. And
Oh, that is.
Well, I think it's time. Let's go to. We've done it before. I think, as I remember, it was a very close one. Julie and Tron head to head in some trivia.
Oh boy.
Trivia, and I think if I recall, Tron won, but it came down to the last question. Because I think it was time.
I'm bad, like I said. I can't even remember what I had for breakfast this morning. So,
well, if you have the same thing every day, you'll never forget.
I usually do.
Okay, so we're going to have Tanner is going to be our judge here. In case you both, you've done this before. Your name is your buzzer. So, really, let me hear your buzzer.
Oh, that's
Julie.
Tron,
let me hear your buzzer. Okay.
And here's my Google. I'm ready.
To buzz in gets to answer, and then if the answer is wrong, I'll read the full question for the other person. But Tanner will be the judge in case it seems like a tie. So with that in mind, you guys ready?
Okay, let's do it.
We have 11 questions, and we have about 11 minutes or so.
Okay.
Question number 1. The first 2 questions are kind of related. Who played Moondoggie? And there will be choices. Who played I can talk. I'm in radio. Okay. Who played Moondoggie in the 1959 movie Gidget? Was it A, Frankie Avalon, B, Bobby Darin, C, James Darin, or D, Darren Stevens?
Julie.
I'm
just going to guess Frankie Avalon.
Da-da-da-da. One for Julie. Okay.
Was she right?
Yes,
that's right. Yes.
I was going to guess James Darin, so.
Well, when you said Moondoggie, I was thinking Dobie Gillis, but all I could come up with Gilligan. So I'm glad you gave choices.
Okay, well, here we go. Who played Gidget in the 1959 movie Gidget? A, Sandra Dee. B, Sally Field.
Sally Field. Julie. Sally Field.
Sally Field is an incorrect answer.
Annette Funicello.
Sandra Dee.
Sandra Dee is the correct answer. We fooled. It's not nice to fool Mother Nature, but we fooled Julie on that one.
Yeah.
Sandra Dee was first. Sally Field did it in 1963. So right. You were right on, but you were not. Okay.
Okay. That's all right.
Tied 1-1. Okay. Question number 3. Who did not star in the 1967 movie Guess Who's Coming to Dinner? Was it A, Audrey Hepburn, B. Katharine Hepburn.
Tron. Answer is Audrey Hepburn.
A is the correct answer.
Right on.
So
That's a great movie.
2-1. It is a great movie.
I was in diapers.
I saw it on the Big Money Movie last night.
2-1. Tron leads. Question number 4. Who starred in the title role in the 1961 movie The Absent-Minded Professor? Was it A?
Jerry Lewis.
What'd you say?
Jerry Lewis.
Jerry Lewis is a wrong answer. Question for you. Who started in the title role in 19... You cannot answer the question. You're cheating. No good. Did he give the answer?
I don't know.
They blew him up. Tron's gone.
The wheels are coming off.
I know, really. Was it A, Robert Young, B, Stephen Douglas, C, Fred McMurray, or D, Roy Hinckley?
Tron, C, Fred McMurray.
We're giving that to Julie. No,
I think you should.
Did he guess twice wrong? Who was it?
No, he got it right the second time.
I got it right, but I cheated because I blurted it out. You get me excited like this.
Yeah, I know. I said the wheels are coming off.
So we're going to call that 2-2. We're going to call that.
Okay.
Is that Tanner? Is that fair? You think that's fair? That was my judgment. You're the judge.
I must be given a demoted point. Yes.
Can you type in that that's a yay, a thumbs up? He'll overrule me if he wants to later on.
That's Julie. So now we're what? 2-2?
2-2.
2-2.
Question number 5. Who played Johnny Fever on WKRP in Cincinnati? Was it A, Gary Busey, B, Howard Hessman,
Ron,
C,
Howard Hessman?
That is correct. You can buzz in whenever you want. You knew the answer B. You didn't need the option.
I didn't know his name. I needed the answers.
I'm out for blood now.
Okay.
It's 3-2. Tron is in the lead. Question number 6. Who did Tiny Tim marry on the nationally televised episode of the Johnny Carson Show? Was it
Julie? Miss Julie? Her name was Miss Julie, wasn't it?
No.
Miss Nancy.
Tron.
Miss Barbara.
Give the choices. Do you have Miss Vicky is the correct answer?
Miss who?
So
let's throw that one out because we both cheated.
Miss Vicky. Oh yeah.
No. She got it wrong.
Oh, she did 3 times.
She really did get it wrong. And
yeah.
Okay. So we'll give that to Tron.
Okay.
4-2.
All right.
The choices were Miss Prissy. No. June Allison. No. That's Vicky or Twiggy. Okay.
I would have known Vicky once you said it. I just didn't wait.
It would have come.
Okay. Question number 7. What was the name of Bruce Wayne's butler? Was it A, James, B, Oliver, C, Edward, or D, Alfred?
Tron.
Alfred. Julie
got it.
Alfred.
Well, wait. No, we got it. Tron said Tron first. She came in. Named second.
Let's split it. 0.5, 0.5.
Yeah. Okay, I'm in.
we need Tanner.
See, he's from Kansas City, and they make up their rules as they go.
Okay. Question number 9. We'll just ignore that for the time being.
Okay.
The wheels are coming off. What shaving cream urged men to take it all off? Was it A, Gillette, B, Old Spice, C, Noxzema, or D, Menon?
Tron, A, Gillette.
Gillette is an incorrect answer.
Julie.
So you have Old Spice, Noxzema, or Menon.
I'm going to say Old Spice.
It was Noxzema.
Okay, nobody gets that one.
That's a good question, Bill.
Yeah.
Remember that commercial?
No.
Actually, the blonde. It was in the early 70s, so you guys were just little kids.
Yeah. I didn't shave.
Okay.
Mommy, the Noxzema commercial's on.
No.
The beautiful blonde saying, take it off, take it all off. Okay, whatever.
Great tagline.
Yeah. Question number 10, almost done here. Where was the town of Mayberry located in the Andy Griffith Show? Was it A, California, B, Texas, C, North Carolina, or
Ron,
Georgia?
C, North Carolina.
That is correct.
Yes.
And I think Tron is going to be the winner, but we have one more question.
I'll share the prize.
Politics. You ready for politics?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Who was the Democratic presidential candidate in 1968 who lost to Richard Nixon? Was it A, George McGovern, B, Bobby Kennedy, C, Lyndon Johnson, or D, Hubert Humphrey?
Oh my gosh, Tron's.
Okay,
C,
Tron.
Lyndon Johnson.
What'd you say?
Lyndon Johnson. C, I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
I know. Dang it.
Hubert Humphrey.
Save the game.
Okay. Any? I guess we can wrap it up here. Any final thoughts? Anything you want to?
Wait, who was the answer? I missed it.
Oh, Hubert Humphrey.
Oh, it was Hubert Humphrey. That's right. He did Dean Martin roasts. Remember that?
I think I do. Yeah. He was the guy who said "pleased as punch." He used to say "pleased as punch."
He did.
No.
He said it on the Dean Martin MGM roasts. Oh my God. Those are great shows, by the way, if you ever get a chance to see them.
Oh yeah.
They're
Yeah.
fun.
Well, this has been fun, and
It is fun.
It is fun.
we're gonna put it on YouTube. It is live on something that is new to me, StreamYard, I guess is the name of it.
Yes.
And so we'll maybe start doing this kind of on a regular basis with maybe different themes. If you guys are up for it, if not, that's.
I think it's fun. I love it.
It is
I
fun.
love it. We have a good time doing this. Julie, it's great to see you. Bill, you
Good
as
to
well.
see y'all.
And everybody out there, thanks. And you know, you can play this back.
Welcome to my closet.
Welcome to my concave.
Last time Tron pulled out, I don't even know what you call the thing you had from I Dream of Jeannie.
Genie bottles.
Oh, he's
He's
gonna.
got them all. He's
you
got
have anything
Genie
to
in
pull
one of
out of-
them.
Do you have anything to pull out of your closet before we say goodbye?
I have a shoe.
Here you go, Tron.
Oh, I can wear this as a shoe. It's better as a hat.
He's
Tell
got
us
Genie
the-
in one and Sabrina in another.
It still smells like Jim Beam, 1964.
There you go. Well, on that note, we'll hear you on the radio. We'll see
And you
on-
keep looking up because that's where it all is.
That's
Right.
what I know. I'll see you guys.
Okay. Thanks a lot. See
Thank
you
you.
on
Bye,
Wednesday.
y'all.